Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing, a zodiac reading for the sign of Aquarius. We're taking a look at what your person would want to say to you. It's a messages from your person reading. I have these 4 cards laid out to give us an general overview of their energy. And if you find when I start describing this energy, it's not resonating, please feel free to check out my Aquarius playlist. If one of those titles jumps out at you, it might be just that you're on a different timeline and that reading might resonate more from my playlist. I said that goes. So what I'm going to do in this reading is I am going to get 8 message cards, clarify them with tarot cards, and just dive into what your person would most want to say to you, what they would want to convey to you. So, okay, let's get going here. We have the cards that we got. We got To the Sea and the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? I'll just keep it there because I felt like I wanted to put that back like that. Okay. And then we also got number 66, the White Raven. Spirit, trust in the magic. And grief, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate. So this is their overall energy towards you. So these 2 cards especially, I'm getting like a sad, like I'm blue kind of an energy, like they're feeling blue, they're feeling down. The song that I shuffled for you was I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos, which is like a doo-wop song from like the 50s. But yeah, with the White Raven spirit, trust in the magic. I feel that what's happened here, there's definitely some sort of separation between the 2 of you, some sort of ending that has happened with the grief. Your person feels like they lost you, and in the process, they've come to have a newfound appreciation for you. I think they have a lot of respect for your authenticity, I would say, your willingness to be yourself, no matter what people think about you. With this Priestess card, there is the goddess Sekhmet pictured behind this Priestess on the card. So Sekhmet represents, she's a warrior goddess of ancient Egypt, very fierce energy, but is also a very healing. She's the goddess of medicine, I believe, as well, and healing and things like that. So your person sees you as this incredible force to be reckoned with. They find you very soothing, healing presence, even if you wouldn't classify yourself that way. But yeah, going back to the White Raven, I feel like the White Raven talks about synchronicities and believing in the magic of life and the signs, but I'm more so getting the shadow side of this card, where it talks about having a more cynical look on life, getting caught up in the chaos of everyday life, thinking that the world is a harmful place that's just out to cause pain, and it's chaotic. It's not like divine order. They're not seeing the divine order. This card talks about, oh, if you need a sign, ask for a sign and spirit will show you, but I don't feel that they're even in a space to be doing that. I'm getting a lot of time spent alone, a lot of time thinking about you heavily and wanting to force things to happen. And what I'm getting here is that there is maybe a difference of opinion between the 2 of you. Your person may have wanted their freedom, but also wanted to maintain some sort of connection with you at the same time. They, even maybe how I said you were very brave and able to stand in your authenticity, because we have this community card on the bottom of the deck. So I feel that maybe other people might look at you like you're just a little bit different, a little bit out there. You could have a sort of way about you that I feel like this person is into. They really like it and admire it, but it's almost that they don't want other people to know that. They want to keep that to themselves. So something about the community and other people that they're a little wary of, maybe openly declaring that they're involved with you in a relationship, but at the same time, they only have eyes for you. Like that song says, you're really the only person, I would say, that they could see having a romantic connection with. And now they've sort of backed themselves into a corner where I'm even getting a vibe that maybe you're with somebody else. You could have somebody else that you're talking to or dating or something of the sort. And your person, that's where the grief is coming from. Their cynical view of life right now. Yeah, and the 2 to see talks about going with the flow of life. And there was something, whether you are actually dating somebody else, I do feel like you cut them off somehow. You blocked them. They wanted their freedom, something to do with their freedom, where they maybe ghosted or they just straight up rejected an offer, or they just showed an unwillingness to take this relationship to the next level. And now they're feeling the loss of you. When I first saw this card, a song popped in my head. It was All at Once by Whitney Houston. All at once I'm drifting on a lonely sea. That's why it popped in my head. But it's just the part of the song where she's like, all at once I looked around and found that you were with another love in someone else's arms, and all my dreams were shattered all at once. And that's sort of a vibe that I see them being in, where something really, but at the same time, I do feel that they feel that they did this to themselves in a way. There is a regret feeling here, even though I don't have like a regret card. But yeah. And with the how are you being called to step up and lead, it's like an inquiry. I feel like they're spending a lot of time soul searching. There was a little quote from this card that said, when it's not time to fish, the fisherman repairs its nets, like in the meantime or something, instead of just like sitting around or trying to force, if like the tides are crazy, for example, say, the fisherman's not going to go out, they're going to patch up their nets. Like they're going to take the time to tend to other things in the meantime. I feel that your person isn't doing that necessarily. It's almost like they're trying to, I wouldn't even say that they're trying to force. I think they are contemplating trying to take some sort of an action, but I think the same sort of pattern would maybe end up happening between the two of you, where maybe they would get that instant gratification of being reunited with you, but then they would desire their freedom again, and the same scenario, the same pattern or cycle would repeat. And they're almost using this energy, a better use of this energy for your person to employ would be to repair their nets, to take a look, try to figure out why they are naturally resistant to something that they feel that they really want. So, okay, that's what I'm initially getting. So let's see. Oh, I just had 2 tarot cards fall out. 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like the Knight of Cups, they would come through with a romantic offer. And then the 4 of Cups, they would not want it anymore. Not that they wouldn't want you anymore, but that natural resistance would just sort of creep in. So I'm going to get all the cards and then we will talk and clarify them with tarot. So what is going on with Aquarius, this person? What would they most want to convey to Aquarius right now? Meeting you changed me in so many ways. I love that you can laugh at yourself. I feel like that's almost, I'm getting a vibe of you being like kind of silly and funny and just like being yourself like so authentically. And I feel that this person worries a lot about what other people think. You judge people on their character alone and never for any superficial reasons. I feel like your person judges people for superficial reasons, but almost because they're afraid of people judging them or something like that, that I think is like changing within them. I can feel your anger and pain. Interesting. It's so hard for me to believe that something so good could really be meant for me. You're powerful, but you don't abuse it. And your voice is my favorite sound. Like, you have such a healing presence. I was getting that, but they also sense your power here with the priestess energy. What would Aquarius person most want to convey to Aquarius? What would Aquarius person most want to convey to Aquarius? Oh, we have two. I guess we'll take it. I'll just put it in the middle. I've realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness. And it's so hard for me to think right now. I'm so confused. I feel like they are confused because it's a feeling that they got what they wanted, which was their freedom. And now they want the opposite. And they're very confused by that. But they see you in a very high light. I can feel your anger and pain. Definitely your anger. I think that they think that you're very angry. And that, again, like I was saying, you are a force to be reckoned with. They're definitely in their feels because we have 3 green and 2 pink cards. So emotions are running high. Even with this to the sea, I'm seeing all this water. Grief is a very watery energy. This is orange, like the sacral chakra. It's almost that they're in their sacral chakra, they're in their feels, and they see you in more of your solar power, a more solar plexus energy. And then we had I never meant to hurt you on the bottom of the deck. I hear you so clearly. Sometimes it's like you're actually here. Wasn't there something about your voice being my favorite sound? So something about you, I think, is very healing to this person. The words that you say, just the way that you are. But at the same time, they know that you are a very fierce person. And especially if they ghosted you or did something a little bit, I'm getting a sense that they did something wrong here. They know that they're in the wrong. They know you have a right to be angry and to feel pain towards them. And even if they don't know what you're doing, because if you have, for instance, blocked them, they imagine that you must be dating somebody. They think that there's no way that, it's almost that they think that you're doing it out of revenge. With Sekhmet, that's like not a joke. Like, that's a very intense energy to come through. Like, it's not like, oh, like she's the warrior goddess. Like, she's crazy. Not crazy, but she is a very powerful force. There's a story about her where, I don't know, she's like very bloodthirsty, kind of like out for blood kind of a thing. So it's like they almost see you as wanting to like hurt them. That's what I'm getting. And which may be true. I don't really know. But that's kind of how they're seeing you right now. And they almost think that they know that they hurt you. Like, they're very aware that they hurt you and caused you pain, and this is like on them. But I think at this point they're probably too afraid to come in and change things, try to change things between you. So let's look at your powerful, but you don't abuse it. But even though they see you as this force and they are recognizing your power, they are still seeing that you or like judicious with it. You don't, I hope that's the right way to use that word, but like you're fair and balanced, like, but at the same time, they don't think you're waiting around for them, is what I'm trying to say. And maybe they almost are like judging you by a sort of criteria or a way of being that they themselves have, and they're thinking that you're the same way. You judge people on their character alone. Remember when I was reading that card, I was saying something about them maybe being judgmental and always thinking that other people are judging them because that's the way they are or they were. I do feel like they are growing. We have this number 7 here with the to the sea, which talks a lot about your internal spiritual growth, growing as a person. So I do feel like there is growth happening, and maybe this situation with you is a catalyst for them to start thinking about different ways that they perceive the world, drawing comparisons between you and them, and even other people in their life and themselves, and kind of questioning, especially the fact that you got an inquiry card. How are you being called to step up and lead? These are cards that make you want to have a little conversation with yourself. And what have I been doing? How can I do more? How can I be a better person? Like that kind of a vibe. So whether they would sit there and say, yeah, I'm trying to heal, or it's just sort of a process that has started for them because this grief that they're feeling is very powerful. So you're powerful, but you don't abuse it. What is Aquarius, this person, trying to say with that? What is Aquarius, this person, trying to say? Hi, Kiki. No, she's here for your reading. Hello, Mama. We have the Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. You're powerful, but you don't abuse it. I feel that they may be in a more prominent position than you financially or status-wise, something of the sort. They might be the 10 of Pentacles, and again, how I was saying they're judgmental, it's almost they're realizing this contrast between your two energies, because again, they're somebody that maybe abused their position or abused their power or their standing in some sort of a way, whether it's just by judging people, taking advantage of people, thinking that they're better than other people. But they see you with the Page of Pentacles. A lot of times I get beginner's mind, a more humble energy from the Page of Pentacles, where the 10 of Pentacles can be like a boss, somebody that's established, living in a rich house. Maybe they come from like a rich family, and you're not really the same. You're sort of like out on your own, scraping your way through life, something like that. But at the same time, they sense it's an inner power, it's a strength, almost like the Strength card. Yeah, and you know what? She's the Lion Goddess. And I'm looking over there. I see the Zodiac Tarot that I have, and the Strength card is like the cover image for the box. So it's almost like they're getting the strength energy from you and really thinking this through. They see the beauty in the way, your way of being. And I think they're doing, like I was saying, they're seeing the contrast between your two energies, and maybe thinking that you could have done something to them and you chose not to, or they've just seen you interact with people and they just know how you are. They've noticed things about you, and meeting you changed me in so many ways. Something about your energy really affected them and is like causing this sort of shift inside of them. So let's see what else. What do we want to do? Meeting you changed me in so many ways. Oh, okay. We have Justice. Yeah, Justice. They're thinking, I think they are thinking about the way that they treat other people. What's this sticking out? 10 of Wands and the Star. I think it's weighing heavy on them, the fact that they weren't that fair to you. they compare your two hearts with Justice. Again, the scales I'm getting. Something here, she's holding something in front of her heart that looks almost empty or like a little flickering flame. That's making me think of that Matt's Justice. That sometimes I see that on, it's on the Justice card. And what is that little deck? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. It has like the basket weave on the back. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, I can't think of the name, but it's like a little mini deck, but where it's like, in order to gain access to heaven, you have to like weigh your heart against a feather, and you can't like tip the scale. Like it has to like equal the lightness of a feather. They see something in you, just some sort of profound beauty. We have this star card on the bottom of the deck as well. They're like amazed by you. Maybe you are talented in some way. Like I was saying, you started out with so little. You have this humble energy towards you, but at the same time, they see you as a star. Again, that healing energy. We have Temperance underneath that, the Fool, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like they look at you as somebody that has had to, again, start from nothing, work very hard, have a very healing energy, maybe even to heal yourself. But they see that with Justice, I'm sort of getting that you try to help other people. They see that you take your power and not only do you not abuse it, but you use it to help others. Even if it's just you sense when other people, okay, the same people that they would judge, you see and try to help, or you try to stick up for them. Maybe this is something that even they haven't voiced their judgments, they've heard other people and we're kind of thinking the same thing or would normally go along, but you're like a voice in the crowd that stands up and is like, actually no. And it's, oh, sorry, hold on. Oh, it's okay, it's just the garbage. Sorry. Okay, someone's like wheeling the garbage bag. All right. They see that, like, stop, Leo. You're a voice in the crowd that would say the opposite. Like, whereas most people would just, stop. Come on, guys. All right. Where most people would just go along with what everyone else is saying, your voice stands alone. Stop, Leo. And you stick up for other people. You always try to say, like, the fair thing. Like, oh, you don't know what that person is going through, or blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, with the you judge people on their character alone, it's not that they think that you never judge people, but if you see someone being like rude or mean to people, like, you will call them out. And maybe you even called out this person's behavior. And that's how they know that you're angry. Let's look at the you judge people. You judge people on their character alone. Oh. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, like, oh, and the Empress in reverse. That's interesting. The way I'm seeing that, I'm going to turn this around, but it's all, okay. What are they doing outside? Hold on one second. Can you stop? My God. I'm so sorry. Anyway, okay. It's all, stop, baby, please. Come on. If you see somebody almost like getting picked on or something, you step in. Leo, get over here and stop it now. I'm not kidding. Stop. Sorry, I'm so sorry about my dogs. It's, oh, they can't help it. They don't know. Anyway, it's like almost like this nice, sweet energy sort of gets turned around and the Queen of Wands comes out. They see a different side of your personality, and you're not afraid to breathe some fire here with the Queen of Wands. I'm so sorry about my dogs. They're crazy. But yeah, it's, no, I think they kind of like broke up the flow of the reading, and I'm so sorry. But I think they really admire you. With Justice and the Queen of Wands, they see you in a highlight where it's almost like, again, like the Queen of Wands, I just heard magnificent. Like, they think you're magnificent. But at this, you have this humble energy that doesn't really line up, and they're very in awe of you. I would say they're very in awe of you. I love that you can laugh at yourself. What's that about? Temperance. and the Fool. They just, it's very healing to be around you. It's very and with like a Fool, like you're not afraid to look like a fool. And I think that your person is very afraid to look like a fool in front of people. It's very difficult for them to put themselves out there in any sort of a way that is, they feel that other people could judge them. I know this judging thing is really like sticking out to me. And I feel that whatever has gone on between you, whatever they've come to know about you and learn about you, has forced them with the Temperance card to almost just, you know how in the Temperance card on the typical one, they're like pouring the 2 cups back and forth? I feel like they've mulled this over a lot. I also feel that they have so much like admiration for just the way that you carry yourself and your light, beautiful energy. They find you very healing. But like I was saying with the Queen of Wands, it's like they see these like 2 sides of you, and because it's like the Queen of Wands versus Temperance. Temperance is it is a fire energy as well, but it's a very like soothing energy. And even I love that you can laugh at yourself, even if like you are doing something embarrassing or something like that. You like transmute it into something funny, or maybe the way that you talk about experiences that you've been through in your life, and maybe you're like a self-deprecator is what I'm getting, like that you sort of self-deprecate and talk about things that other people would never admit, I'm getting, and you just sort of throw it out there. With Justice, you're very honest about yourself. You're a very truthful person, and I don't feel like a lot of people do this. Like most people are like your person here. They're scared of what other people are going to think. They're worried about looking stupid in front of the crowd, looking like a fool here. And I keep seeing the 8 of Pentacles, so maybe this happened like in the workplace or something. But they see you as just a completely open, honest person. But at the same time, with some finesse here, with Justice, it's like you're very eloquent. You're not just like the Tower causing chaos wherever you go. Hi, Kiki. Hello, Mama. Can you see her? And even with Temperance, it's like you slowly, like, it's almost like being around you in like a group of people, which I think that might be the case here. There's a lot about like judging people and things like that. That's like the main message I'm getting. They see you as a leader in the crowd. And even if other people aren't following you, they see you as just like stepping away from the crowd and not being afraid to be yourself, and making other people think, like alchemizing the group in a way. Even if like nothing really happens, it's like a subtle change that stirs, almost like a ripple of water, where you voice what you have to say. And even if people don't agree with you at the time, they go home and think about it, just like this person has. Like they see you as like a warrior, like as a very powerful person that uses their power for good. Okay, your voice is my favorite sound because I don't know what that's about. Page of Wands. With the Page of Wands, I feel that they miss getting messages from you is what I'm getting. I feel that every time they would get a sort of message from you, or if you don't work together anymore, they just like miss your conversations and things like that. But just hearing you talk, they would get very excited, very interested to hear everything you have to say. If they follow you on social media, they love your posts. Like they love the things you post about and things. Again, it's a little bit different. It's not like, for instance, maybe you're not posting like selfies 24/7. It's more, I don't know, more interesting things, like the things you do and things you create and things you're we have the Queen of Wands, which is and the Page of Wands. I feel like you're a very interesting person to them. They love what you have to say. Again, it's different from other people, and it has really affected your person and enacted like some change in them. But I feel like it's mostly in the mental body at this time. It's not translating to the physical as of yet for them, because they're still in this energy of like loss, that they feel like they lost you or something. Even if like nothing bad really happened in your connection, it's maybe that like you don't work together anymore, for example, or you don't see each other like that anymore. Somebody moved away. It could be just situational like that, that they just miss talking to you. They miss your interesting conversations and things like that. And every time they do get the chance to talk to you or see you, they see it as something that's really fun and exciting for them. I can feel your anger and pain. The Knight of Pentacles. Now we have the Emperor in reverse, which is interesting because the Emperor and the Empress were both in reverse. I feel that they know they didn't step up for you. They weren't a dependable person for you in your life. And again, I feel like this is just reiterating the message that I was originally getting when I first saw that card, that I mean, if this is a spiritual connection, I hate to say that, like, I feel like we have this trust in the magic and the priestess energy, and maybe you're, you know, this is a sort of dynamic like that where you're the chaser, they're the runner, and they ran away, and then you kind of just settled into your own vibe and you're working on your own life purpose, whatever that is, trying to figure it out, whatever that is, blah blah. But this seems like a dynamic like that. But if that there is a case where they can actually feel your anger and pain and you have a spiritual connection, that could just be a confirmation of that. But they're definitely recognizing that they didn't step up here. The Six of Pentacles, they weren't fair to you in this connection. Hi, Kiki. Yeah, my baby, what happened? They were in a distorted masculine energy. And not that I think that they've climbed out of it like for good, but it makes them want to be a more reliable, dependable person. I'm getting a lot of energy of them, just the way they're looking out on the horizon. These three cards in a row, this Queen of Wands here, there's a lot of that. Even though it looks like she's like breathing fire or something, these three especially, and that watery imagery that's on this To the Sea, they're reflecting a lot. They're feeling a lot of things right now. The feelings that have been stirred inside of them make them want to change. Meeting you changed me in so many ways. They want to become a better person, a more honest person with justice, a more fair person. They wish they would have treated you fairly, and I do feel that they want to treat you fairly in the future if they ever had the chance. But like I said, unless they take the time to do this actual real healing and they just give into their impulse to get that instant gratification of being able to hear your voice again and things like that, I feel the same cycle would repeat. But this is stirring up some deep thoughts in them and some deep emotions. Sorry, Leo, please. Okay, stop, honey. All right, I've realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness. Stop, puppy. It's okay. Leo, stop. Get over here now. Hey. No. What is Aquarius' person meaning by I've realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness? That's too many. I can already tell. There's like 3 cards there. What does Aquarius' person mean by that? Knight of Swords, another knight. The Knight of Swords, I get somebody that's like running away. Leo, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. It's they're recognizing that their own thoughts took them away from something that they really wanted. Hey, hey, hey. With the World card, caused a sort of ending, caused them to treat you unjustly in an unfair way. I really was getting like maybe that they ghosted you or something like that. Wanted their freedom, wanted to focus on their career with the World. And they're realizing that how happy you make them now that they miss you. And they're recognizing the role that their own thoughts played in the process. And I think there is this sense of urgency here with the Knight of Swords that as quickly as they ran away, they do want to run right back. But if they were to run back, they would be in this Knight of Swords energy. That's a very hasty, impulsive sort of an energy. Quickly moving, not really thinking things through. Whereas almost this energy up here with the Knight of Pentacles, even though it would take longer, and because it denotes slower movement here, very slow movement, whereas the Knight of Swords is very quick. They could be thinking about sending you a message, having some fast communication. I realized it's like they have this realization, something hit them emotionally. We have this pink card here where it's like that sense of urgency or the grief that they're feeling, but it's with the fact that it's orange, I'm getting that there's like this really urgent feeling that they're going to miss out on you. Again, that you might be with somebody else. They're, whether you are or not yet, they're imagining what it would feel like to hear that news. They clearly think you're very attractive here with the Queen of Wands energy. And again, almost like they see you as somebody very attractive and powerful. Why do you have to stick up for other people? Almost like they, again, I think they have some sort of a status. I think I already said this. And they realize like what they did with their own status and power isn't the same thing that you did. And like, again, they're kind of making connections, making these mental connections in their head and questioning a lot of things about themselves. I don't know why I have to shuffle them again. It's so hard for me to believe that something so good could really be meant for me. What do they mean by that? Okay. But I am getting this feeling like we're meant to be together. It's fate, like that was the one and I let them go. I only have eyes for you. That was the song. Wait, what the heck was there for your voice is my favorite sound because it's gone. We have strength and death. All right. What the heck card was here? Page of Wands, right? Should I try to find it quick? I mean, I'm not going to find it. All right, it's gone. But that's so annoying. All right. Well, we did have the Strength card come out. Like I was feeling that, and the Death card. Leo and Scorpio energy. I feel like that's been coming out a lot together. I feel like this is just them feeling so strongly, like, again, the grief energy here. Even this looks like a skull. That's why I'm saying that on the Strength card, which is not something that you usually see, and there's like a skull here. So I'm getting that this is like the strength of their grief, and maybe even now they don't feel that they deserve you. Again, this is really bringing home the point of them comparing themselves to you, and they feel like weak. They feel like a bad person, but at the same time, like we have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, they're feeling that you are the one that they like let get away. They feel that you really were somebody that they wanted. Well, first of all, that would have treated them right, that you were a really good person, but it's almost, I'm just going to put this here so it looks even though I know that's not what was supposed to be there, but we'll just have to make do with it for now. Sorry about that. Yeah. But, sorry, I'm just going to fix these so they like kind of look even here. Whatever. The Two of Cups, it's almost like I had it and it slipped away, that all at once feeling, like all at once they realized this. And they just, I think their grief is just really like getting to them right now. How many majors do we have? 3? A lot of court cards. Oh no, we have 4 because we have Temperance here. So like we basically just have majors and court cards, even the Page of Wands that was here. And what that's telling me is that they've felt like, again, like your energy has like changed them, has caused them to change maybe from like a Knight of Wands or a Knight of Swords energy into like a more Knight of Pentacles energy. Like this connection has affected a lot of change in them. For sure. This is like a major feeling. This is like a major big deal here. It's so hard for me to think. I'm so confused. But they see you as too good for them. We have the Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups again on the bottom of the deck here. I'm just gonna put that like up there, I guess, or I don't know. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups again on the bottom of the deck, and the Queen of Swords sticking out. I saw that earlier. And what's a Knight of Cups? It's like they almost feel like if they came in towards you, you would have this Queen of Swords energy towards them, that you would maybe be, not that they ruined it. They feel like they ruined it. Like almost maybe things started out really sweet and cute between you and it just felt very right to you. The Sun, yeah, things were like very positive, but then the Tower, they ruined it. They destroyed it, I'm getting. And now they feel that they're going to get this sort of Queen of Swords energy from you. The Devil, look, that the Tower and the Devil, like they ruined it with their behavior. The Hanged Man, they changed the way you look at them. Now they're just sitting alone thinking here. We have the Hermit and the Lovers in reverse. They feel like they made the wrong decision and now that you wouldn't choose them. And this is a big burden to them with the Ten of Wands. This is weighing very heavily on them. So yeah, I feel like, what do they want to convey to you? They want to convey to you what an amazing, powerful, like an awe-inspiring, I guess I would say, person that they think you are. They feel very upset by they're regretting their behavior. I would be wary if they do come around and just sort of letting them back in, even if you do miss them a lot, because they're not really in a stable energy. This is more of a confused, like there's like a sense of urgency, a sense of loss sort of propelling them forward. And that's not, I don't think, an energy of of something that's going to endure or stay the course. And I think they might, again, need this time, like the card was talking about, to do some healing, do some introspection, which I think they are doing, but I think it just is maybe going to take a lot longer than they think, and maybe longer than you think, if you're even thinking that at all. So, all right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye.